It's so loud inside my head with words that I should have said as I drown in my regrets. I can't take back the words I never said.
Yeah!
It's so loud inside my head with words that I should have said as I drown in my regrets. I can't take back the words I never said.
So what's up, you guys? It's a new episode. Yeah, I don't really update these frequently because this is kind of more of on a side type. But while I was cleaning out my room the other day, my mom was helping me, and she saw one of my old album cases. It was by a band named 3 Days Grace. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but I used to listen to them. And yeah, the album cover, the new one that came out like around 2 years ago, maybe 3 years. It probably was 2 years, but it was entitled "Life Starts Now." That's not what really caught my mom's eye, because what really caught her eye was that here are pictures of men destroying TVs, and around them, or even coming out of them, are snakes and serpents, and the Bible reference for serpent and snake would be Satan or demons. And once they break them, all these things are coming out, things that look like butterflies, bats, and all kinds of flying creatures. I don't know what that would mean, or I certainly wouldn't know what it would overall mean, but that, even though the album lyrics have really nothing to do with biblical stuff, just the album art by itself, like album art on CDs, yeah, they contain a lot of things. If you look at anything biblically, I bet you'll find at least about 2 clues that leads that it's talking about the Bible. When we looked on the inside of the album, here's a snake that caught a bird, and it's entangled by a snake. So the snake, let's just say, is Satan, and the bird is a man. Well, I don't know if it would be a man. I don't know what the biblical term for seeing a bird would be, but it's entangled by the bird. And then in the next frame, you see the bird overcoming the snake. Or can you see it? I don't know. But you see it overcoming the snake. And yeah. Yeah, I used to listen to them. I used to listen to a lot of rock music, like Linkin Park, Skillet, 3 Days Grace, and a few others, but yeah, all that old stuff. Oh, and another thing that it kind of scared me. Another thing that was on the other day, I was flipping through the channels on TV, and all of a sudden National Treasure came up. And you know, after about a year or so, I got my whole filling in on the Illuminati and all that. Speaking of which, I'm gonna do a like a full feature kind of project on that. Should be dropping in around October, but yeah, it's gonna be a really big thing. I actually own the DVD too. I had it since 2006. I got it for Christmas around 2006. That was like a few years ago. Now that it's here, well, after I saw what the Illuminati were and who the Freemasons were, And I didn't even know about them at the time, but I had this movie, and now that I watched it over again, it's actually kind of frightening to me, because it's like they're basically telling the world that Freemasons exist, but in the movie never once did they say that they worship Satan. They didn't say what they really were. They just said, okay, here are the Freemasons. They're just the people and stuff. They started our government, but they didn't include the most important part. Oh, yeah, kind of left out the good part, or the bad part for them. Oh yeah, Freemasons worship the devil, but it's all good. Yeah, it's actually really scary, because it's by Walt Disney, and Walt Disney was a 33rd degree Mason, which is the highest position in a Masonic lodge. So, and also the Walt Disney original hand signature, which is what they usually have in front of it. I don't know if you guys can see it, but if you look at the W, and if you look at the, I won't really say the I. I mean, well, if you look at the W, the T, and the Y in Disney, they both say 6, 6, and 6, which would be the name of, well, which would be the number of the name of the beast. But, I mean, only the T is a slanted 6. But it can't be, my mom said, it's Sharon, it's just a coincidence. I'm like, it can't be just a coincidence. Who writes their handwriting like that?